Doing? My name's DJ,
And my name's Mark.
we're the Black Insurance
Black
Guys.
Insurance Guys.
Nah, that's not our intro, but we are the Black Insurance Guys, and we don't mean to offend anybody when we say Black Insurance Guys. It's only we've only been on this earth not too long, couple decades, two decades to be exact, but yeah, we don't know too much else besides being, educated. We've been black for 23 years. Mark, how old are you?
21.
Been black for 21 years. So, I mean, if it's one thing we know about being black. It's not meant to offend anybody. It's just meant to let you know that we're black.
Yeah, and then it's just kind of also explaining our lifestyles from our point of view as well as far as being black.
Yeah, and once again, it's not meant to offend anybody, but, life is based 99.999% on perspective. So from our perspective, the way we see things is a little bit different. But what we do is we respect everybody's different perspectives because that's what's important. Camera cut off, so we had to get back right. Yeah.
Boop.
Yeah, boop, boop. Action.
Back.
Yeah, so we're back.
We're gonna keep this raw, uncut.
Yeah. Okay, I was just gonna introduce myself. My name's DJ. Real name Daryl Johnson. Can't give you my social. Can't give you my date of birth. But I'm gonna give you a little bit about myself. I was a military brat. I was born in Valdosta, Georgia, but I lived in Germany. Been to France, Switzerland, the UK. Been a little bit of everywhere. My favorite place would probably be Ohio. I miss Ohio. Ohio was definitely dope. But just being a military brat, I've had the opportunity to grow up around a lot of different cultures. I have a huge family, and that's probably one of my biggest motivations. I got a lot of great friends, and that's definitely one of my bigger motivations. They keep me going. I got a tight knit circle from back home, and I got a very tight knit circle from college. I appreciate all those guys that have made an influence on my life, and this guy right here sitting next to me, and that's pretty much it about myself. You guys will find out a lot more as we continue to do vlogs and podcasts, but I'm gonna let my brother Mark introduce himself, tell you a little bit about himself as well.
As you can see, I'm not gonna put on no front for y'all. I'm gonna keep it real, as raw cut as possible. I'm Mark, born in Maryland, grew up in Georgia, high school in Georgia. Ended up going to college at Mississippi College, where I played football, Division II football there as well. My experiences through life is just like it's been obstacles. I've been through many obstacles and had so many things, and like my trials is like it's different than yours, and with this I want to be able to explain to you how I overcame these different problems, and how I could possibly give you tips and pointers on what to do and where to go, and what type of research to look up for certain topics. And this is what I want to be able to do as far as big finances, Black Insurance Guys. It's just from my perspective, the black male perspective, is be able to explain, from my, yeah. But yeah, from like that's, I just want to be able to just explain from my perspective, and just being as a black male African American, and how I live through situations that go through life.
Yeah. So what one of our goals is, as far as this podcast and this movement, is we want to touch as many people as possible. Within this first year and a half, we want to be able to touch 1 million people. Not necessarily like physically touch 1 million people. We want 1 million people to listen to our perspective. I feel like if you as a person can take 15-20 minutes just to kind of hear somebody's perspective, or hear somebody's story, or the way they live their lives, or some of the things that they've been through, it makes you, I'm not gonna say less of a person, but I got a little bit less respect for you because you just won't take the time to listen to somebody. Another one of our goals is I guess you could say financial freedom, but we're going to discuss financial freedom and, how to not necessarily get there, but, take the right steps to
making that money.
Making the money. Is at the end of the day,
making that moolah.
That's everybody's goal. Everybody want to make money. Don't nobody just want to be like, I want to be a hermit. I want to move from city to city.
Make that money.
And if you want to live like a hermit, you got to have money. So, Snapchat, bro.
Black Insurance Guys, man. I'm gonna refer to Snapchat a good bit and let y'all know like some of the foolishness that comes across and what we could do as a society and as young adults of what we could actually fix. That's like fix what's going on. That's going on like social media and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that need to be changed on what we do and what we say as far as social media wise as young adults, because it's making us look bad.
Big facts.
It's making us look bad.
Big facts. Big facts. We're gonna have a lot of entertaining podcasts, a lot of entertaining vlogs. We want it to be as interactive as possible. So, we're gonna leave, our email, YouTube, Instagram. We don't have a Twitter yet. We're gonna get that. Just leave us comments. Give us stuff to talk about. We'll include it. We'll include your name. Give you a shout out. Just show us some love, and we'll show love back. That's all it's about.
Show love.
Another thing we're gonna talk about is some of like the intricacies of like finance stuff that some people don't know. We're gonna find stuff that we don't know. We're gonna learn as much as about like we're gonna learn as much as like that topic as we can, and then we're gonna discuss it. And we want your interaction. We go if you go, or we go if you go. So it's all about you guys. This isn't for us. We're trying to touch as many people as we can. We feel like as young black men that we have a platform. We have a unique perspective that maybe some people don't want to hear, but but that some people will actually like benefit from, and we look forward to benefiting from you guys as well.
And I also want to leave you with this. What drives you every day? What motivates you? What gets you up? What makes you brush your teeth in the morning if you brush your teeth in the morning? Which you should brush your teeth in the morning. But what drives you every day? What's your purpose? Because if you ain't got a purpose, there's really no reason to be doing anything you do. Always first things first and first things foremost. Find your purpose and then figure out what drives you every day.
Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. That's a great point. I got many reasons why I wake up in the morning, but one of the reasons I wake up in the morning is because I don't know if I am gonna wake up in the morning. So it's like if I get the opportunity to wake up in the morning, I got to do something with it. Even if it's something small, grabbing a can of spray from the top, what's it called, shelf in Walmart. I do that often. Anything small, just putting a smile on somebody's face. That's something. That's to you it might not be that big of a deal, but to that person, you might have changed their whole day.
It's just like the time. Just 2 days ago, remember when I told you I helped that lady?
Yeah.
She was just on the side of the road. She was driving, and then her car broke down. Her battery went out, and I just pulled over, and I picked up her and her kid, took her kid to school, and then she had to make it to school in the morning. Then I took her back here, got the jumper cables, jumped her up, and then she was on her way. She left me with $21, and she was like cheesing. She was happy.
Yeah, man, that's all it's about. I pulled off on somebody today because they pulled up on me at the gas station real fast, like skirt, and I was like, "Whoa, I don't like that." And she just like rolled down the window, was looking at me. I was already out the parking lot, and I don't play that. I'm out. I probably should have held her. I mean, maybe I don't know. She approached me kind of weird, but we're gonna every video we're gonna have a specific topic that we talk about, and today's topic is something probably people don't think is a big like a big idea or like a big problem, but I think if it were to be included in like a lot of families, what what's the word to describe it? A lot of the way families go about, their finances. I think it would help the kids in the situation. Today we're going to talk about including family members on the budget. That means all family members, or when they reach a certain age. So, in my perspective, I feel like kids should be involved in the budget. Not necessarily paying for the bills, but I feel like they should be included. I feel like they should know what bills are being paid, how to pay them, how they get paid, so that way they don't think you're just making a whole bunch of money. They actually know you're having to actually have some kind of financial responsibility. What you think about that, Mark?
I also agree. Yeah, I feel like parents should kind of give the kids a heads up as far as like what's gonna go on in the financial world, as far as that aspect. Like my mom, she always kind of like tied us in with like things like that. She always was like showing us. So I feel like now I'm kind of well prepared, not really like going crazy of not being able to pay like anything or being like on top of everything, because I kind of was able to see it as a younger kid. But like I know like a lot of other people fought in those ways, because sometimes like parents would be like, don't worry about no bills, don't worry about my bills.
I pay the bills.
Like, I pay the bills. Don't worry about it. You just go to school.
The lights on. You got
the lights
food
on.
in
You got
the
food.
fridge.
Yeah, like that's all they be worrying about. And so like, as a kid, like that's all you see. Like how we were talking about the other day, like how you were saying as a kid, that's all you see. Mm-hmm. And so you just think everything's straight until it gets thrown on you. So like now you're just looking at it as this, like it's a surprise, like boom. Mm-hmm. Like now I gotta pay these bills. This is what I had to do, or this is what was
Big facts.
Everything starts to unravel at the end. So yeah.
Oh yeah. So the thing about kids is like we just got done being kids like not too long ago. So kids see and then they hear. So that's how we learn, or they learn, or kids learn. I'm not a kid anymore. I forget. I still feel like a kid sometimes, but kids they see and they hear. So I mean, to include a kid in the budget, it doesn't take much. You just let them see the bills and you tell them how it's paid. You differentiate the two. I never really knew too much about bills. I don't know how much my dad's mortgage is. My parents never really included me in the bills. I never know how much money my dad has in his savings account, my mom has in her banking account. I didn't know that my parents had life insurance until about 2-3 weeks ago. I mean, I had an idea, but it was just never like, camera shut off again. Not a problem. We're gonna keep it rolling. Technical difficulties. Beep. We're back. So yeah, I never really knew too much about my dad's finances. I'm not gonna say that like made like I knew when bills are due, you gotta pay the bills, or your lights are gonna get cut off. You're not gonna have internet. You're gonna get kicked out your apartment, get kicked out your house. So I always knew about paying bills on time, but I never really knew like how to budget, or how to make sure, or I learned based off of like trial by fire. So I had to learn fast at the first moment. I didn't like have an idea before. I was just like, I'm gonna just start paying bills. Of course you learn to pay bills, but it's like if you learn earlier that okay, you need to do this with your money, then it puts you in a better situation financially when you become of age. What you think about that, Mark? Thinks the appropriate age that a child should be included in the finances.
So, appropriate age, I feel like probably when the kid starts going to school, as far as like when they start managing lunch money and start going to school and give it the lunch money. Whenever you start like issuing your kid, money to go like purchase things, that's when you should start showing them, the different finances they got going on as far as within the family. So I say yeah, probably like 5 or 6. Start showing them a little bit, just a little bit here and there. Not too much, not everything, but like a good bit of it.
Yeah, I mean, when you're as a 5 or 6 year old, like like if your parents numbers, if your parents have $13,000, you're like, man, that's a lot of money as a 5 or 6 year old. But you don't really know the value in it or what you can really do with $13,000. You just know that's a lot of money. You're like, oh man, 13,000 chicken nuggets, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
You get excited, but you just like learning trial by fire. I know when I was a kid, what I used to do with the lunch money my mama gave me when I was in like 4th, 5th grade, I would actually like take the lunch money. And like I would never really buy lunch. I just buy like the 5 stuff because they had like the salads, like the Twix bars and all that. I get all that and I just budget it throughout the week. And I'll be like, I can get 2 Snicker bars and Slim everything and chocolate milk, and I'll be okay. Mama don't know that. She probably
see. I used to have that free reduced lunch, so I was
really
always straight.
I
was always straight.
Oh man, that's funny. Always in the game, bro. I wish I would have had that free reduced lunch.
Yeah, I used to go to school knowing I'm gonna have a good breakfast and lunch.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think the kids should know about the bills? Like, you think they should know, like, how much they are exactly? You think they should know what percentage comes out of their check? Because
I feel like they should know how much they are. So they could get like a good, visual of like, hey, the house bill costs this, the electric bill costs that. But as far as like how it's getting paid, that should be, laid back until they getting older and you figure out how like money is made and stuff like that and the value of it. But I think they should know like, the house bill, the mortgage or whatever, this costs that. Water bill is like 50 something a month. Then your electric is like 150, and then you could have like, all of that, like those breakdowns, like the basic breakdowns. I think that would be suitable for like a kid as far as like the 5 or 6 level. But when going up to like preteens, teenagers, when you start wanting things, when you want this, want that, you want to start to buy it for yourself. So
you want this? You need a little bit of money.
So that's when you want to start showing them that, because like now they gotta save up if they want to go buy. Now you need to save a little bit of money. Right.
Yeah, I feel that. My dad used to help me out. I was always in sports, so like I never really had time to work. But when I did get a job, I was trying to take care of myself as much as I could. So my dad always pretty much, just help me out. If I need gas money for the week, if I need to eat breakfast, he makes sure I eat breakfast during the day, the school days. So I knew a little bit about managing money, but not like I know it now. And then the thing is, I know a little bit now, and I know it's only going to get better as time goes on, and you start accumulating more bills, and you have a house, more. Hopefully not as a lot of credit cards, but credit cards, card payments, stuff like that. That's just stuff I'm gonna have to find out a little bit more information on. Of course, I'm probably ask my dad. Google everything. Don't let nobody tell you nothing without
Google. Find anything you wanted to find.
Google will find anything. Don't let nobody disrespect Google.
Google's that guy.
Yeah, Google's the guy.
After BlackInsuranceGuys, then comes Google.
Yeah,
Google's
us first, then Google. Our email is on Google, so you gotta Google to
Outlook,
come see us.
Outlook.
Oh yeah, Outlook. Okay, Outlook. So like, what do you think a negative would be as far as like if you were to include children in finances? What's a negative aspect of that? I don't see any.
I could see one negative, and that would just be the point of the kid not feeling like, or kids feeling obligated to assist, or feel obligated that they have to help. So like now they can't live their childhood, or like they be like, mom, I gotta help mom, so I gotta get this money from mom. And like, instead of them just being kid and letting the adult, the parent, be the parent, and be the parent of the situation. Now I think the only fault that they're gonna want to try to help out a lot more. Cause I know me in this situation like that, I'd be like, dang, she's struggling, so I want to help instead of just me being the kid at that moment, at that point.
That completely makes sense. I didn't really think about that, but yeah, it completely makes sense now. I just didn't see any negatives. It just depends on how you're doing it. Like, and then like the benefit is, you're both gonna learn. Like when when the teacher's in the classroom, like who learns more? Is it the teacher or is it the students? More likely than not, it's the teacher. She's having to interact, or she is having to interact with 15 plus kids, all different perspectives, as well as teaching these 15 different minds the lesson plan, the material they need to know. So the teacher. So I feel like another benefit is that the person paying the bill is going to keep learning, because you're having to teach somebody, and it's only going to make you better. That's why a master is always a master, because a master teaches. So I just don't see any negatives, but I completely understand that perspective. Yeah, because you do got to be a kid. A lot of people grow up faster than they should. So I mean, you got to do what you got to do. The hustle continues. But I feel like including kids, even if a child does have to help, I feel like it's smart to just involve them. That's only going to put them in a better place. 10 years down the road. Yeah, he'll be in a better place.
Definitely need to know.
You definitely got.
So they're not clueless of why you're acting this way, of why this is happening this way, of why so the questions are answered, because I've had many questions of why this is off, of why this bill not paid this week. I grew up unfortunate, so like things was much like a struggle growing up, so I was always like why, what's going on, but questions was never answered, so I definitely could feel that,
man. So like, what do you think it would prepare you for if, being 16, 17 years old, what is learning about finances prepare you for, man?
Being 16, 17?
Yeah, man, being 16, 17. If you know how to pay bills, you 16, 17.
16, 17. By the time you 18, you straight. Ready to move out.
You already feeling like you the man. You know when you 16, 17, you start, getting that chest a little bit.
That's how I was. I was 16, 17, working at McDonald's. I moved out of my house at 17. I was emancipated. So I was on my own, working, getting my own pocket. Not really much, paying too much bills. I was still going to school, but I felt like I knew what I was doing. I knew I had to pay this bill, I had to pay my phone bill, I had to pay my cap and gown for school, stuff like that, anything. I had to finance it from my own. So I was feeling it. I was yeah, I know what I'm doing.
That's a very unique perspective. That's top notch, because a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that there's a thing called generational wealth. So a lot of people don't necessarily get the opportunities that other people have. But I mean, I haven't been through anything that he's been through. I've never been emancipated. Didn't have to pay bills until I decided to move out, and when I did decide to move out, it's pretty straight. And I had enough money saved up to where I could, have that freedom.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good too. What else? We got one more question on here.
Don't forget what drives you every day. I'm telling you. Always remember to ask yourself that, what drives you, because you gotta serve a purpose. Don't be that guy. Don't be the couch potato. Serve a purpose. What drives you every day?
Message. That's great. Well, yeah, that's it for today. We don't have our email on here. I'm gonna let you know what our email is. It's at big, capital BIG finances at outlook.com.
Capital F on finance.
Yeah, big, capital F, capital BIG, capital F finances at outlook.com. Leave us comments. Follow us on Instagram. We don't have any pictures yet, but we're gonna get some. We're excited.
Anytime you have a topic, anything, I'm telling you, anything, we'll talk about anything.
Yeah, we'll talk about anything. Like I said, we wanted to be as interactive as possible. We go when you go, so we need you to go help us out. We're not asking for no money. Well, we're not doing that. We got jobs.
For
We got jobs. We're not asking for money. We're just trying to, interact with as many people as possible. So, thank you, DJ. Out.
Mark. Outlook.
Outlook.
Alright, but we're tuning out, and go check us out on our first vlog. I hope y'all enjoy. And this is the outro for Big Finance. Alright, see y'all.